The Luka Doncic trade might not have been the only mistake that Nico Harrison made at the trade deadline. Since being traded to the Sixers from the Mavericks, Quentin Grimes has been straight up balling out. Seen a skill set that he's actually had an opportunity to display that really wasn't a part of his game on other teams. On other teams, he was really just asked to catch and shoot, but now we've seen shot creation and the ability to get to the rim and finish. In the month of March, he's averaging 26.4 points per game, almost 5 rebounds and 5 assists, along with 2 steals on pretty efficient shooting splits, and he's really getting it done on both sides of the floor. Quentin Grimes has the added motivation in this offseason of getting a new contract and really getting paid, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's showing out for these teams in free agency to make him an offer. He's also just showed that he's a very valuable skill set for a lot of teams to have, and whether the Sixers retain him or not, he's going to be a key piece to a rotation somewhere in the league next year. You can guarantee that. Now, Mavericks fans, cover your eyes now. Let's break down Quentin Grimes. Grimes has jumped around teams his entire career, but the thing that has remained the same is his role, and that's based around his skill set, which has been a lot of catch and shoot threes. The majority of the time, he is a floor spacer and not the primary ball handler. So we already knew that he had that coming into the Sixers, the ability to catch and shoot and space the floor at an efficient rate. And we know he can do this. He's shooting 40.4% on catch and shoot threes this year. And at first, when Tyrese Maxey was playing consistently, this is kind of the role he had even with the Sixers. He was spotting up in the corners, spotting up on the wings, and was the beneficiary of a lot of drive and kicks to the corners to hit these threes. But the skill set beyond Quentin Grimes and the progression that we've seen in his game is what really makes him an intriguing free agent going into this offseason. The best part about this is that Quentin is only 24 years old, and we've seen him take strides each and every year he's been in the league, and he's still young enough to where he can excel and get to those points where he's great at certain aspects of the game and improve to be good in the weaknesses in his game before he's even into his prime. On this play, Quentin really attacks hard in transition. He has Naz Reid backpedaling, and he notices that, uses a quick change of pace, and literally gets Naz in a spin cycle, gets to the rim, and finishes before Naz even knows what to do with it. This is the part of Quentin's game that we've really been exposed to now, creating shots within the half-court offense, not just catch and shoots. Takes a rhythm dribble, but instead of actually going into the shot, he sees the defender is over pursuing and that he's not going to be able to stay in front of him. Then he uses the sit crossover to create separation and get into the lane, pick it up high so DiVincenzo can't swipe at the ball, and finish using his body to protect him from the defender. It's been these kind of plays where he catches on the perimeter within the offense and either attacks and pulls up or drives downhill to get to the rim, and it's opened up a different part of his game that really wasn't shown or showcased on other teams, and really shows how deep his bag is and how he can score in many different ways. Straight up isolation, one-on-one, get a bucket. To give to Grimes, Randall guarding him, gets the head of steam, Hezzy, and then stops on a dime, gets Julius Randle leaning, and then creates that separation with a step back before Randle even has a chance to get out and contest. Month of March, he's the second most in 40-point games, only to SGA, who is obviously an MVP candidate and probably one of the best players in the entire league. And it just goes to show you how versatile he is scoring the ball. He gets it done in many different ways, and being number 2 in the league in 40-point games is no easy feat. The ball control and balance doesn't get enough love for Grimes. Look at this play right here. Puts Anthony Edwards in the spin cycle, crosses over, maintains control, and then in a split second creates that contact and has the body control in the air to contort to the left side to finish through the contact. That's insane balance and body control in general, and just a really hard skill to master in the NBA. You either have it or you don't, and this guy is great. Defense is the one area that you can look at Quentin Grimes and say definitely needs some improvement, but when you really look at the numbers deep down, 1.5 steals a game, opponents shoot 42.7% against him, but he only allows 26.6% when they're shooting the 3 ball against Quentin Grimes on the perimeter, and he's not the most skilled athletically in terms of lateral quickness and staying in front of guys, but he is 6'4", which is a decent size for a guard. He's not going to get overpowered or bodied, and he has enough defensive savvy to at least play within a team defense and be a contributing member. On this play, it's just a simple dribble handoff, and the basketball IQ of Grimes knows the defense is in a drop coverage here, so he's going to have space to get the pull-up off. Look at the lift he gets on his jumper and how high his release point is. It allows him to actually get off shots through these heavy contests with 7-footers. Grimes can score in a variety of ways using a lot of different aspects of his game. Look at the strength here, getting into the body, using that contact to create the separation and allow him to have a clear path to the lane and score. Quentin has showed us on the Sixers that he can score in multiple ways and put up big numbers. He has scoring outputs of 44, 46, 35, other 30-point games on this Sixers team, displaying a skill set that we haven't seen previously and shows his improvement each and every year. And he's really not getting enough love, in my opinion, and he should be looked at as a guy who can put up big numbers each and every night. There's a lot of upside to Grimes. I look forward to what he can do in the upcoming years. We'll see where he goes in this offseason. If he stays with this team, I think he can be a contributing factor. It could be McCain, Grimes, and Tyrese Maxey, which would be a deadly trio. It'd be awesome to see.